Fashionably late, of course. Fashionably late. Um, Apologies, but hey, y'all know. I already told y'all about nigga time, man. Oh, we'll be there in 30 minutes. That's 45 to an hour, but I try my best to come on time and a little late today. But what's up with y'all, man? Let me give y'all a little time to get up in this bitch, man. Big move was made yesterday. Could be a historic move. We shall see. But first and foremost, we're gonna give this guy a good warm welcome. Good warm, right? Good warm Green Bay welcome. And actually, shit, it's frigid over here. It's cold as hell today. A little rainy. It never rains in Southern California. Don't believe that song because it's raining right goddamn now. But yeah, Jeff Hafley, you guys. New defensive coordinator of the Packers, man. Probably a name we weren't thinking of. We kind of all fell in love with this, the not tandem, but the duo in Baltimore, those two guys we were trying to get over. We heard a lot of good things from old boy from Denver, their defensive backs coach. And, Brandon Staley, I think maybe as a friend, LaFleur just wanted to see where his head was. I mean, that wasn't going to be a hire. You just got to go through the process sometimes, even hey, any establishment could be hiring. You think they're gonna say no to certain people? No, they'll let a motherfucker come in, interview. They don't necessarily have to hire them, though. You could put now hiring, but that don't mean that everybody is a candidate. So I think that just was you know how I go. So yeah, we got a new DC, y'all. I pretty much did a lot of research, man. I was up at night doing a lot of research in this morning, man. So we're gonna get into it. Shout out to my boy Zane Strong. Good morning, man. Holding it down per usual. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So me and Zane are probably two of the only two, that actually had a liked Joe Barry, But he's gone and the guy to replace him is here. So you don't know much about him, Zane. You'll know a little more after today. Shout out to my boy Dave, man. Yeah, I'm starting to like it more and more that I see, But one thing we're not gonna do is, who is this guy? I've never heard of him. Has Matt LaFleur learned? Like, I ain't trying to hear all of that shit. Shout out to my boy Goat Mike. I'm happy, TR, And then again, good morning to you too, TR. I'm happy, change is good regardless of what it is. But again, the more you look at this guy, and we'll go over some points about this guy. Hey, and again, Packers Kingdom gets all the credit, man. Bro told me early, he told me the news early yesterday, and I'm like, well, where'd you hear this at? And I was skeptical at first because I was looking for it. I didn't even see anything. But shout out to Taylor Bell, Packers Kingdom, man. First one that broke the news to me, man. First one that broke the news to me. Hell yeah, hey, smash that like button and sub button, okay? Hey, just because Milto and John Boehner ain't in the building yet, don't mean you ain't got to hit that like button and the sub button, Hit that bell for the notifications, bro, so we could run this shit up, so we could get this shit going. I agree with you, bro. We're going to get into that. I agree with you, If you look at the resume, you're like, okay, yeah, it's what you want. Definitely heard that too. There he is. Shout out to my boy John Boehner, man. Freddie Roper. What's the word, my nigga? Darius Quinn. Oh, we got a packed house. My boy Nick is in the building too. Hell yeah, you already know. Hit that like button. And I think he's gonna do good also, Darius. So here we go. Oh, you already know. What we been begging for, Nick? What was the Joe Barry special? What was the Joe Barry special? Prevent defense, defenders 15 yards away from their nearest opponent. Bend but don't break. Take what you want. You're not going to beat us deep. We don't have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and shout out to my boy Zane Strong. Hey, you see, I didn't come in hard with it. You see, I didn't come in and mention it. But me and Zane Strong got it on, man. Madden game happened. It was a Packers night Madden. He picked the Packers. I picked the Packers. I had the all whites on. He went with the original, green pants. I mean, green pants, yellow pants and green top. And Zane came to play. Zane took a early lead. I'm throwing picks left and right. I threw a pick right to Devondre Campbell. Zane was pretty much up the whole game, right? So then it was 14-21. Higher Point of View has the ball, man. I don't know how much time I had, Zane. I had like under a minute, right? With 2 timeouts. I probably scored with 13 seconds left to go to tie the game, take the game to overtime. As Stone Cold Steve Austin would say, I had to go for the 2 on Zane. I was the inferior team at the time. When you're the inferior team, sometimes you don't want to go to overtime. I didn't want to deal with Zane in overtime, man. Zane was working his shit. I had to go for 2. I said, I'm going to wake up in the morning and be okay with the decision I make. Went for 2. A slant to Romeo, or was that Christian Watson? Don't even matter. 2-point conversion completed. Team Higher Point of View beats Team Zane Strong. But hell yeah, we gotta run that back. I told Zane, don't go easy on me. It started off ugly. It started off ugly. I was embarrassed. I'm like, man, I am playing horrible. But my boy Zane, man, came to play. So shout out to Zane. We finally had that game, man. And if anybody wants to play, you already know how to holler at me. Oh, all of the above, David. Not only that, and look, he just came from the college game. So right now is a perfect time for him to go to these dates that I was telling you guys about yesterday. Him to go to the Senior Bowl, to the Shrine game, to all this and that. He's familiar with a lot of those guys over there. A lot of those guys might fit his defense. This is what we got to figure out. Who on our defense actually fits? And who do we need to bring in at a fit for his defense? And, I'm sure we're going to cater to him this year. Matt LaFleur, I think he would think that he has enough to cook with on offense to maybe get 1 or 2 picks this year. But the rest should be used defensively to welcome this guy and to make his scheme fit as soon as possible. I heard about that too. We're going to get into that. Definitely going to stop the run better with 4 big boys up there. Hell yeah, shout out to Zane. Yes, it is time to hear the Higher Point of View. So here we go. Let me take a hit and a swig so we can get into this. Jeff Hafley, 44, head coach of Boston College, right? So 44, I think that kind of hits what we wanted to hit, okay? Now, some of the other guys were like 33, 35, something crazy like that. But, 44 is still young in this game, right? And we don't age shame on 420 HPOV Boulevard, okay? So 44 is still young in the game. Boston College head coach, 22-26. Don't worry about that record too much because, it's not about that, right? And number one, when has we ever thought about Boston College as a juggernaut or anything like that? When you look at his Boston College career and record, you don't look at the record. You look at him being a leader of men or young men, being the head guy, I always like coordinators to have the capacity to be a head guy. In the NFL, no, he hasn't done it yet, but he was the head coach of Boston College, and I think that helps us, man. Him actually running the whole show at one point. Are we asking him to do that? No. We're just asking him to come in and handle the defense. So this should not be too much on his plate. Okay, so ignore the Boston College record, and pretty much a 500 record. But Boston College is not a juggernaut, okay? But he has also went to some juggernauts, which we will get into. So the reason our coach got him out, and he's out of Montvale, New Jersey, if that matters to you guys. I like, saying where guys are from. He actually played wide receiver, okay? He didn't make the pros, but he played at Siena College, okay? Maybe that's a D2 or D3. So, and then again, don't be alarmed that he was a wide receiver, right? Oh, he's a wide receiver. Why is he coaching defense? Sometimes it happens like that. Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, one of the best corners ever, right? Oh, what you think? Oh yeah, he gonna have his defense on lock. He's a fucking offensive coach, right? Sometimes when you're such good of a defender, you know what the offense is going to do, and you know what offenses beat a good defense. So you can flip it around like that. Or if you're a good offensive player, you know what defense to use. You know, it's this. That's why this coaching thing in the NFL gets tricky. But let's continue on. What did our coach think about him? Shout out to KHTV, man. King Howie in the motherfucking building. Yeah, you're right. Because, again, they will still be competitive, but you know what I'm saying? They got to pay a lot of people. Like, they about to, and then Purdy, he ain't going to be that young boy too much longer. They're going to have to give him the bag, too. So we're going to have to figure out, again, right now is the time. Just like Dan Campbell said for the Lions, this was our chance. This is the Niners' chance again. How many times have the Niners done this? Made it all the way and lost. So, we'll see what happens. Indefinitely. So it was a success. If you look at the whole, and again, sometimes they say everybody gets a bowl game. You got the toilet bowl. You got the motherfucking, this bowl I got right now. But what does Matt LaFleur think about this guy? Why did he hire him? So right out of Matt LaFleur's mouth, he said, the reason I got him, he was successful at every stop. Every stop he went to, he was successful in some form or fashion. We cannot say the same for 0-16 Lions Joe Barry. I said myself, if I was a coach and I seen that on the resume, if I seen 0-16 with the Lions on the resume, Joe Barry wouldn't have got that job, right? Just because of that. One game, like I heard people say, oh, this dude gave up 70, this dude gave up 60. I'll take a one game, one off, especially for a position coach. He's the cornerbacks coach, okay, guys? So he didn't give up the whole 70. You have a whole coordinator that's on top of him. You know what I'm saying? Again, he has something to do with it, but you never know. He might have just been going on the orders of his coordinator. So, just to defend old boy in Denver or whoever else, the guy who gave up 70, right? Matt said he has success at every stop. Impressive track record, which you guys will hear about, and he's great at developing on all levels. Hello, what do? What do we always talk about as Packer fans? Draft and develop, and not just developing, but at all levels. He has proven to develop kids in college and dudes in the NFL, and we're going to get more into that. Hey, it's up to us, TR. It is up to us to make that the hot trend. If this guy comes out, listen, we tried to do it last year. We tried to get your boy Leonard, TR. We tried to get your boy, okay? He didn't want us to take him out on a date. We asked him, now he's doing, I don't know what. But, maybe that's for the better. And again, y'all know how it goes. And I was wondering when this coaching tree was going to branch off and have their own guys, like, okay, everybody wants to say Shanahan coaching tree. Salah falls under it. This person falls under this person. Well, at some point, Matt LaFleur going to have to put his big boy pants on and have his own disciples. Hey, Nathaniel Hackett, one of them. Did he go do well in Denver? No, but I think he was set up for failure. Did he do well in the Jets? Hard to tell. They didn't have their whole team. And with that old line, it would have been tough anyway. Oh, yeah, Nick. Yeah, we going to get into that. Again, Nick, hey, impressive track record. That's what Matt LaFleur said. What's the track record? And when I look at where you've been and what you did there, that's a track record. He said it was impressive. And me personally, what I was asking for in a coach was somebody who just done been through some shit. Hey, if you ain't been through some shit in life, you ain't had no tragedy, not that you have to, but if you've been through shit with football and to go to all them places, this dude has been to some places, bro. He done been through some shit. He done seen some shit. Got to be very aggressive, and I'm just curious, man. Again, was Goot holding on and storing all these picks just because he knew Joe Barry was going to be gone, and he said, we're going defense heavy in this draft? Could that be it? But it just seems like we are set up. Because what are we going to do on offense, y'all? Where would y'all say we need to improve on offense? I think we're just going to improve just by going to training camp and now actually knowing what these guys are capable of and actually mixing in a couple of more of their abilities in there. It's not done yet. You were right on all points, bro. I mean, that's going to be tough to get all in 1 year, but with the way we've been drafting, and then again, there might be some guys on this team already where coach come in, where Hafley comes in, like, I'm okay with him. I'm familiar with him. He played at this school when I played, he knows he can do this scheme. So there's going to be some of that. And there's going to be some, oh, well, yeah, he really doesn't fit what I'm trying to do, And then again, it's a marriage and it's an adjustment period. Now, this guy is known to have 4 down linemen, right? With all 4s, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how, again, we've seen Rashawn do it. Not Preston as much, but are these guys willing to, do what the system says? Or will he be, players coaching adjust? Hey, give you an option. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're a good player. There was one time, again, I ain't shit, but it was one time where, we had a new defensive coordinator come in when I was in high school. He changed from the other one. He was like, this is normally what I do at your position. But he said, you got some other skills that, like, just let me know if you're comfortable with this. And, I like to be on the ground with my hands. And, his shit was a two-point stance. And, I wasn't feeling that. So he let me put my hand off the ground, One hand. I didn't like the 2 hands. I just like to put one down, but yeah. He is best at secondary, Zane. The secondary will be fine. That's what he's best at. Secondary. Definitely. And I don't know if he crossed paths with AJ Dillon, But yeah, there's always an exception though, bro. Sometimes, that's just the cliche, right? Somebody could say, oh, the NFL career averages 6 years. Okay, for some it might be 6, but you got some motherfuckers who 10, 12, 11 vets, in there. So we can't always go, yes, it's his 8th or 9th season, but how did he look? Some people age like wine, such as myself. How did Aaron Jones look, GOAT Mike Fitness, the last time you seen him? And do you think that he's going to get any slower within the next 2 years, which I'm thinking, we should do with his contract? A little extension, adjust it, kick the can down the road a little bit, and you stay 2 more years. And then I think that'll be it for Aaron Jones, because that'll also give us time to find his predecessor or the next guy coming in, Definitely. But also, Dave, we need a lot of defensive help, man. We gotta cater to this guy. When Bisaccia came in, we brought in 3 of his guys. We brought in Keyshawn Nixon, Dan Levitt, and somebody else, just to say, hey, special teams coach, you coming in, we're gonna give you what you want. So I see LaFleur doing that. Defensive coach, hey, not defensive coach, Jeff Hafley, you guys. Let's learn. Jeff Hafley. Coach Hafley. Okay, Coach Hafley. No, it's still fresh with everybody, but let's learn his name. I didn't know his name yesterday. Coach Hafley. Well, I would say that depends on how Emmanuel Wilson does. I know this is an unpopular opinion with some, but I think AJ Dillon should be back, man. Ain't got to be on a major deal or nothing like that. But right now, with the way this offense is cooking and doing, he knows the offense well. And I hear that this year isn't the deepest with drafts, with running backs. Maybe we could wait till next year to do so and handle the running back situation. But right now, I am 100% okay. 100% okay going in with Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, and Emmanuel Wilson. And we would like to see an emergence from Wilson, which I think we can. I think he's a decent back. We've seen what he did in the preseason. He dealt with an injury. You know what I'm saying? Same kind of thing. Remember AJ Dillon early on, I think he dealt with an injury and we really didn't get to see much, but then he came out, had that game against Derrick Henry. He's done a couple of things too. And he's still capable of doing more. AJ Dillon is a good catcher out of the backfield. He's a good bruising running back. You cannot account for, it's a 3-yard run and that's it. 3-yard run by Aaron Jones, all right, you might get up tired. 3-yard run by Dillon, you might get up with a stinger. Your shoulder might be fucked up. You might have rammed your head right into one of his tree trunk thighs and, you had to get out for a play or two. You were in concussion protocol. I mean, this is football, y'all. And I think, I just, I like AJ Dillon, man. I like AJ Dillon. Definitely. But do we have enough people? Do we have enough people? Definitely. I agree with you. And KH, you are right about that. I think, man, quiet is kept at this point. I think that's the most important position we need right now, as far as draft or free agency. Hopefully, we get one of both. Although I ain't too confident in free agency. Again, I told y'all we ain't gonna make a free agent splash like a big one until like next, off season, which isn't far away. We can do enough with these guys, but we might still grab one or two guys, like a vet. I don't know, tackle a vet. I don't know. I don't know if we going vet with safety. Again, we got this guy just coming from Boston College. He should know, and with the picks that we have, like, we're going to cater to this coach, man, to Hafley. Okay, we're going to cater to him. So I think we're going to get a lot of this in the draft, man. And we got to see what free agency is looking like. But again, I don't know if we're going to be spending money like that. Oh yeah, that's what I would do, bro. That's the first probably two I would do. I would do safety and then linebacker, and then I go for corner. But yeah, safety got to be number one. So yeah, shout out to KH and Zane for that one. But well, I mean, crazier things have happened, man. You know, we don't know. I would guess. I mean, I would say that they are a trade-friendly partner at this point. So you cannot take that out of the realm of possibilities, y'all. So, oh my God, definitely. We were in the bottom shit, what, five or something this year, which is pathetic. And like, to still have the defensive show that we had, like as far as keeping cats down, as far as scoring points, that's amazing. And we did that without that many turnovers. That just shows that we made the stops when we needed to. I mean, we ain't mad at that. So talking about that, he runs the he got a roaming safety. So I'm sure that he runs two safeties, one to be roaming around and one to be doing his general job. And that roaming safety is, what they call like the star position. Hey, Rise and E, shout out to you, bro. Thanks for coming through. And you're 100% right, bro. You're 100% right on that. Yes, sir. Go, Mike. I would do that. I mean, we got the picks to do it. Well, if we talking X's and O's on the field and actually a player, I think it would be time for him to, move on and go elsewhere. He could probably flourish there because, again, we've seen everything, right? How many years do we need to see of Savage? Again, I love him. I love the jersey and the name on the back, too. And I always thought, it was just a good name to hear during the game. Savage with a tackle, it just sounds cool. But yeah, man, unless they want to keep him for leadership and communication, and it will obviously be a good deal. We are not breaking the bank on Savage. And again, be a rotational guy. Maybe we bring Savage back for a 2-year deal. I love 2-year deals. We'll bring him back for a 2-year deal. Draft the guy who's pretty much going to take over for him. And depending on how fast the kid develops, like, we might have to do one of those things, or just might have to let him go, period, and just start fresh. It really depends on what input Hafley is going to give. I mean, I'm sure they got the roster. They're looking at it. They're looking at positions. I'm sure, they are asking him like, okay, which, how you want to do? Yeah, that's not enough, Dave. Well, they're going to get more time, bro. It's going to be 4 of them up there, bro. And, Heavy D, a good mixture of Heavy D. And again, we might get into Wyatt, Brooks, Wooden. Like, those guys going to be getting some work. And we might draft another big boy or two. We need it. No, we can't go there. They said the dude was hurt, so that's what we got to do. Yeah, we don't know the insides of that unless we were a fly on the wall. So I ain't even going to begin speculating. Yeah, but he's also thrown shots at Matt LaFleur too. So that's probably why he had to go get a suspension and take a little chill pill. Y'all remember earlier in the season, he like, I guess we just got to shut teams out to win a game. Now, it may have seemed true and been true at that time, but as a player's player on the team, that's kind of disrespectful to your offensive teammates. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't have took that very well. They could have, took it 2 ways. Like, oh, fuck you. It's hard. You see us at practice every day. Or they could have been like, yeah, you're right. We're not getting it done right now. We got to get better. But those are the kind of things that can cause friction in the locker room. Okay, yeah. Well, shit, this ain't gonna be too long too, cause I want to jump up and get what he has to say too. I want to see how he addresses stuff, and we don't get to see Goot that much. Yeah, bro. So no Owens, no Rudy Ford. No, Zane, you done with all them? You done with Owens, Rudy Ford? I think Anthony Johnson Jr. is going to be around. I mean, a new star would be cool too. But again, if this defensive coordinator sees something, if he's like, no, I remember Savage's game back, and I can, we got to see. Especially it's a business too. Where can we save money at? What again, this is an important year, man. There should be a couple out there too, Dave. That's what I don't know, Dave. That's what I don't know. You know, are where are we going to get the vets from? Like, is it going to be free agent? They're gonna try to make a trade. Or what positions are they going to use the draft for? Are they going to draft a linebacker or get a vet linebacker? They might still do both. I don't know, but yeah, that's tough. We could use a vet a couple other places too, man. A vet safety we could, Yeah, we're gonna get young in there, new ideas and all that, but a guy who's seen it, been there and done that. Well, shoot, pretty much everybody did, man. I mean, that's how you get fired, bro. You don't just get fired when everybody loves you. You get fired with a lot of anonymous comments. You get fired with the reporters week in and week out asking Matt LaFleur about the same shit. Hey, we ain't got to worry about that no more. I want to stay away from that. We already bad with injuries with them coming in fresh. So if a motherfucker already hurt, I don't know if we the team he should go to for real, for real. We got to see what's up with the strength and conditioning. We got to see if there's a real big difference in who we bring in as strength and conditioning coach, because it does make a big difference. It makes the earliest difference. As soon as you walk in the door, you don't really see LaFleur. Probably less till you go to his office. You might see people walking around, but what do you do most of the time in the off season? You lift weights. You get your cardio in. You are there with your strength and conditioning coach, man. So hopefully we get somebody in there that'll motivate these guys, and they should. Anytime it's your first year around somebody, you want to motivate them and they want to motivate you. You coming in like, this is a new franchise for me. I gotta take my job serious. But the other people already been there. Rashawn Gary knows who he is. He's been who he is, but he's like, oh, I gotta prove to him day in and day out who Rashawn Gary is. He never coached for me. So that's going to happen with Hafley too. So you got to think in the first year of a defensive coordinator coming in, you will see a good effort and jolt from players. And then you got some other players who might be on the roster who didn't have a chance and who Joe Barry didn't give enough time to. Different strokes for different folks. This dude might come in and use people who we didn't even see, so we'll see. I like Ford, to be honest, man. I think he's a ball hawk, but again, he's limited. Hey, that's my motto, bro. That is my motto, and that's also, it kind of got there with the coaching thing. Like my whole thing was I was just gonna sit back, wait till they made the hire. I wasn't gonna start gushing and wishing for people. Then I started gushing and wishing for people. I started looking at the dudes from Baltimore. I started looking at, but that's where we at. That's my draft philosophy, because when you fall in love with a name, and they end up going in another team doing damage subconsciously, I know what happens for me. It's like, dang, we could have had him. I don't want to be thinking that shit every fucking 10-something years. Oh, looking at Justin Jefferson. Oh, we could have drafted him. Not that we could have or couldn't. I'm just saying, if y'all get what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, definitely. And Rashawn Gary is definitely battle tested. And one thing, Dave, that I really like, every exit interview, it was like, every player talked about getting better. You know what I'm saying? I know it's cliche, but nobody was like dwelling on what happened in the year, or even like, in a good way, saying, yeah, it was a good year. Everybody's like, I'm ready to go to work and get better. So this might be the shot in the arm that we needed, you guys. This might be the shot in the arm that we needed to finally elevate and take us past that level. What level? Past the level of losing in the playoffs after one. Passing the level of getting first seed and then having motherfucker come in and losing to us. So And yeah, I agree with KH. We are in shape now to actually take the best player available, right? So be it. What if the best player available is a linebacker? Oh well, hey Quay, you got a running mate. What if the best player available was a safety? Oh, perfect. That's exactly what we needed. What if it was offensive lineman? Hey, he ain't even supposed to be here right now. I know he wasn't in the plans, but we gotta draft him here. He's a generational talent. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, hey, it sure wasn't. Hey, KH ain't letting go. KH is not letting go of the kitty cats, man. Hey, let him back in the Lions den, man. KH is not letting off on the Lions, man. Yeah, hey, what'd he say? This was our shot. This was our only shot. I get it, but you don't tell your players that. What kind of motivation they gonna go into next year, Dan Campbell, if you telling them that was their only shot? I know that's how you felt. Kind of similar, which I was a little upset, when Matt LaFleur, a lot of people was getting on him. This is also why the media sucks. Matt LaFleur, when they asked him about, Carlson, he was like, I pray. He said, I pray, or he said some shit like that. I pray every time he takes a kick. And damn, that's true. Because I was praying every time he took a kick. So, yeah, they gave up. And you know what? Hey, Detroit Lions, enjoy that North title, man, and hold it. Hey, put your shirts in the frame. I don't know if y'all get some kind of hardware for that. Frame it up. Enjoy it. Take a picture of it, because that was it. That was it for y'all for the North. That was it. Yeah, hey. So I hope, hey, Eminem coming to the games and hey, great, man. Great job, Detroit, man. But now we're gonna have to take the North back, bro. And y'all might be struggling with Chicago because they should have beat y'all both times. If they didn't get y'all one time, they should have got y'all both times. So y'all need to worry about them, because we are kings of the North now. Y'all need to worry about Minnesota. Look at the shape we in. We just named everybody in the division. Can y'all not say that we ain't gonna come out victorious as division winners? Should that not be a goal already? Like, the division is ours. Hell yeah, I'm doing well. Shout out to Monica. Good morning to you too. Shout out to the whole fam bam over there. Of course, KH is the man, except for the Braves. KH, it just I could just see one of your videos starting with a Dodger blue hat on, LA on it. It's like, I thought I was gonna see that, but the more I was watching, when I first got introduced to KH, he put on that. I'm like, what is he doing with that hat? I'm like, oh, he just like how the hat look. Damn Braves, man. And they actually kind of been decent for the past 5 years, but it's Dodgers over here, man. Hey, they ain't gonna stink when they come to the Ravine, bro. What, you trying to go to that game? But yeah, no, we be all right. We got the man of all men. Hey, pitcher. Hey, hit a home run. Come on now. Hey, Dodger blue, baby. And listen, I don't even like blue. I don't even have anything in my wardrobe that's blue. Whenever I go to Dodger game, I wear the red Dodger hat. Or the black one. But yeah, look, I was gonna go into depth, y'all. Yeah, definitely. And that might happen again, but we're gonna be the top dogs, It might be Detroit again, under us. But yeah. I mean, and look, we represented in the playoffs too, Dave. We whooped some ass in the playoffs. We did some shit that, people didn't think we would do in the playoffs. So the North represented well. And yeah, again, Niners ain't gonna do nothing but go lose. You can't say that, KH. Just cause a motherfucker's so good at something and then so good at something else, something that's just not normal. It's just I wouldn't say overrated. I would just say not normal. You ain't got guys that could do what he can do. Now I mean, honestly, at some point, I think the motherfucker got to chill out and do one. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you better at? Where can you help us at? Because I'm just worried about him wearing himself out. But again, that hasn't been an issue this whole time, and he got the bag, man. But I am really interested in what Goot's got to say. I had a lot more to say about this coach, but I got into it with y'all. But you know what? I'm gonna promise y'all I'm gonna do that in in a video form. If not, it'll be on tomorrow's Wake and Pack. But I got to see what Goody is talking about right now, y'all. So I'm going to go and check that out. Hopefully, y'all go check it out, too. And just pay attention to what Goot's saying, man. He might be talking about the future of what he's going to do, or the direction we want to go. He might have something to say about, you know, the new DC. So, you know, shout out to my boy David Niehoff, man, and that's Niehoff to y'all. KHTV, of course. My boy Zane Strong, thank you for holding it down, man. Monica and Naya in the building. Shout out to Big Nate. If I forgot about you, I didn't forget about you. My boy Taylor Bell, Packers Kingdom, Go Mike Fitness for sure. My boy Nicholas came through. Thanks for coming through, Nick. My boy Ryzen E came through. Thank you for coming through. Darius Quinn, shout out to you, bro. If I forgot about you, I didn't forget about you. My boy TR, of course. Hey, be on the lookout too, man. Hey, higher point of view. Hey, 420 HPOV Boulevard is lit, man. Be on the lookout for another Inquiring Minds. Hey, go check it out now. It might just be on my page right now or my channel, whatever you want to call it. Go check out Inquiring Minds' latest episode, just dropped today. So yeah, shout out to TR and thank you for you know, showing up for that for me, TR, for sure. John Bainan in the building, hit the like button. Shout out to my boy Milto too. My boy Freddie Roper came through. Thank you. I appreciate you, bro, for sure, always. And I'm about to get up out of here though, y'all. Hey, go check out, see what Goop's saying. Hey, after that, go check out the Inquiring Minds, and then, you know, I kind of want to go deeper about this coach, but I gotta go see what you know, I gotta see what Goody talking about. So I'm out of here, y'all.